Choosing the right pair of Japanese denim requires a crap ton of research, trial and error, advice, and honestly, patience. Not only is most of the denim tucked in Japan a world away, quality, price range, and materials can vary widely. One of those two, I forget my English. Anyway, that's why today we're gonna put 3 different Japanese denim brands to the test at 3 different price points to test and decide which is better for you. I'm doing it all for you. I'm Reggie Casual, and this is The Hunt. Let's get it. All right, what's up once again, everyone? Welcome to our new segment, The Hunt, where we search, discuss, and present both new and established brands and labels that tend to fly under the radar, but deserve your attention. And today we're putting 3 Japanese denim brands or labels against each other in the mix and deciding, based on price point, which is better for you. Now, first things first though, we gotta talk exchange rate, because where I live and possibly where you live are 2 different price rates. If the world was normal, which it isn't, the prices presented to you today would be 1-to-1. That is, 4,000 yen would be equivalent to about $40 USD, hence the $40 versus $180 versus $300 pair of denim jeans we have set up for you today. However, exchange rates do vary, so we'll be giving you the exact prices in USD when we climb that hill, when we get there. So our contenders are a $40 pair of Uniqlo Selvedge denim. These will serve as our budget/control pair. Next up, we have a pair of $180 Euro Slim Fit Selvedge from Edwin, which is our mid-level pair, and a $300 pair of Momotaro Black Selvedge denim to serve as our upper tier pair. As you can probably tell already, we have 2 black pairs. That's on me, all right? I wear a lot of black. But considering they are all Selvedge, it should suffice for now. Our budget denim jeans come from Uniqlo and actually has a lot going for it at just 3,900 yen, which right now is about $26 USD if you bought it in Japan. And to be completely real, it exceeds a lot of expectations. This simple fact remains: you can't get around the quality of Selvedge no matter how it's manufactured. And Uniqlo proves that very much so with likely the most affordable Selvedge you can buy. It's made from Japanese Kaihara fabric, which is quite popular in many denim garments in Japan, and as a result mixes sort of a mass market availability with some heavy nods to Japanese craft. The extra Uniqlo detailing on the rivets and buttons are a nice touch as well, and makes them feel in line with other major Japanese denim providers. The big problem here is that there's simply not enough range and variety when it comes to Uniqlo. Sure, you got your slims and you got, your wides and all that, but when we're talking about weights, you kinda are asking a bit much. And because Japan has so many different other offerings, it's hard to recommend it exclusively if you live in Japan, or if you have access to a lot of Japanese denim, that too. But because Uniqlo is basically worldwide, it's easier to get, and while not made in Japan, these were made in Bangladesh for example, it still invokes a bit of Japanese quality standards by its use of Japanese Selvedge, the actual fabric. All that considered, although the Uniqlo is considered a cheap variant of Selvedge, it doesn't mean that you're losing out. As far as value, Uniqlo is more than a solid choice, particularly if you're a beginner to the denim game. And now, onto our black denim. In the world of denim, black denim is often viewed as the gritty punk version of jeans, but it's a bit more than that. Due to its color, black denim is a bit more versatile than blue, as it can also be paired with even formal looks without appearing overly casual. And it can also be treated in different ways, just like blue, but it gives off different vibes, from matte finishes to even near leather-like finishes. But more often than not, black denim is viewed as the edgier version of denim, and when used in outfits, has its very own distinctive tone that separates itself from the blue. Also, most black denim fades less than blue denim depending on the style and make. It can fade, and it can be pre-faded, but it fades less, if you get that. And many black denim enthusiasts prefer to keep their black denim as black as possible for as long as possible, and this is a bit different than many blue denim enthusiasts out there. In turn, the care for black denim requires a different approach when dealing with upkeep. All that said, let's get into our black denim choices. Up first, we have a pair of Edwin made in Japan Euro style slim fit denim, which is a crazy combination of words, but it is what it is, and that is what it is. Note, this particular pair is an older model, and Edwin has since changed their made in Japan lineup. They now use their very own fabric processing at 100% selvage make, so just keep that in mind as we continue forward. Edwin is actually one of the very first companies to bring denim to Japan and was founded in 1947 and prides itself on mixing Euro style and tailoring and fusing that with Japanese craftsmanship. This pair of denim itself is part of its made in Japan lineup that promises superior quality, fit, and longevity, and I can confirm that is certainly true. I've had these for nearly 3 years and the dye has yet to fade aggressively. There's almost no blemishes whatsoever, and over time the fit has formed well with my body type. Now, a lot of that is due to the care involved, but they are absolutely holding up very well, I might add. Now, this pair clocked in at around 18,000 yen in Japan, which is about $120 USD at the time of this episode, and the newer models share the same pricing, so you won't be surprised by any changes. Which again, if we're talking Japanese denim, 18,000 or $120 USD is not expensive at all, not even in the slightest. This older model uses Kaihara fabric just like the Uniqlo pair, which is actually 98% cotton and 2% poly. That makes them a bit more flexible and wearable straight out of the box without sacrificing so much of the benefits of selvage. It's basically a far superior stretch style denim and attempts to combine the durability and craftsmanship of Japanese denim with actual wearability. What makes these better than the Uniqlo is that made in Japan seal of approval, ensuring high quality manufacturing standards. These are also one wash, making the denim a bit more pliable and sets the dye in more, allowing them to stay black for longer. All in all, these are great, these Edwins, and incredibly comfortable from jump, and I believe are definitely worth the price tag that they hold. But how do they compare to our next pair? We'll find that out after a word from our sponsor, Squarespace. You've probably heard that Squarespace is one of the best places to build a website. If you've been here, I know you have. They have award-winning templates, backend analytics, a host of essential integrations, and phenomenal customer service, right? Well, let's go ahead and add to that. Squarespace now gives you the opportunity to build your own email templates, edit your future website on mobile, and now has a video app so you can make your site even more personal for visitors. And you're gonna wanna use all those because Squarespace's new members areas allow you to create communities, monetize, and give back to your most loyal followers and fans. And that's just the surface. By joining up, you can save 10% off of your website by using our link, squarespace.com/thecasual. So get started on that site and use Squarespace today. All right, so next up we have a pair of Momotaro departure label 100% Zimbabwe cotton made in Japan selvage denim, which again, a crazy combination of words. Zimbabwe cotton, but made in Japan. As expected, these are a bit more expensive, clocking it at around 29,700 yen or about $200 USD, are some of the most popular pairs from the brand, always selling out and incredibly hard to acquire during peak seasons. And again, because of how weak the yen is against the US dollar right now, it makes these Momotaros an absolute steal at $200 USD. Normally, you'd be paying a bundle, especially if you decide to buy them from international sellers outside of Japan. So if you can, don't do that right now. At a full 10,000 yen more than the Edwin jeans, you would expect these to be a bit more intense, and quite honestly, they are. At the very onset, these denim jeans are much stiffer and rigid due to that 100% cotton makeup. Over time, these will fill out based on my body type, become softer, and will likely develop small fades and or creases along strain and stress points, which makes these Momos a bit of a time investment rather than simply a style choice. It's also worth mentioning that while the black Momotaros are selvage, they are also one wash, but tumble dried on low heat. Now this is really important. Being tumble dried on low heat means that we're dealing with a less aggressive form of shrinkage, and you'll definitely experience more shrinkage once you do another round of washes. Shrinkage in the denim, that is. And the label inside the Momotaros even warn you of this fact. And just as another reminder, the one wash also helps set the dye in, helping to keep that pure black color for as long as possible. Despite the differences between Edwin and Momotaro particularly, beyond just price point, they come with a lot of unique qualities and have a place in any particular wardrobe that needs it. However, which of these, between all these, the budget to the high, is better for you? That all depends on your goal. But here are some things to consider. I would suggest Uniqlo for anyone interested in understanding selvage denim, period. It's actually a great way to start with minimal investment, but high value. They are good as a starter and can easily end up being your beater denim, so to speak. Don't beat on them, but that just came out wrong. Yes, language. Anyway, they can easily just be your everyday denim and can set the stage for you to invest in something more premium later. However, you are limited with Uniqlo. If you're looking for a pair of selvage that will change over time or you want different weights, Uniqlo doesn't really give you that. It's basic, but it's good. I would suggest Edwin for those that want made in Japan denim for a relatively fair price. This is often due to the fact that not all made in Japan denim is handmade, but have high manufacturing standards that make it more desirable. And that's the biggest draw. If you're simply not ready to dive headfirst into raw Japanese unsanforized selvage denim, handmade, and craziness, yeah, Edwin is a great place to start as it has a range of models and styles that you can grow with. Essentially, you could start with basic models and graduate to more advanced models that require time and dedication. For those that are gunning to be denim enthusiasts or are already acclimated to the game, Momotaro is definitely the choice of champions. It sets you up for a world rife with details, weights, models, fits, and features that will dig a hole so deep that you'll likely be unable to escape it if you dive headfirst in. In fact, once you go Momotaro, you'll almost certainly try other brands and labels to compare and contrast, leading you down that denim rabbit hole that I've mentioned before. Momotaro also has plenty of models, but all of it is handmade, juxtaposed to like Edwin, where only some models carry that distinction. And because of that, Momotaro is viewed as far more valuable among many denim enthusiasts, but it doesn't come cheap. Finding a pair of Momotaro jeans even close to the price point of the Edwin model shown in this very episode is virtually impossible. Expect $200 USD or more as a rule rather than the exception. So in summary, Uniqlo is for testing, value, and or everyday denim. Edwin for someone who wants high quality and immediate versatility for a fair price. Momotaro for someone who wants unparalleled quality and character over time. And that's it for The Hunt. But the search isn't over. Tell us which denim style you prefer in the comments below. And if you're feeling up to it, let us know some other labels and or brands we should cover on the show. Your suggestions just might make it in a future episode. It might. It might. At the very least, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you found this interesting or valuable to you. But most importantly, keep it locked right here for all of your info in international fashion culture and business from Tokyo. It's your boy, and keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. And I will see you guys in a minute.